I'm speaking with Gautami Gavankar, CEO of Estate Planning and Trusteeship at Kotak Private Bank. Gautami, all of the big wealth managers, the global players, they seem to have forgotten about India for the last 10 years, and now they're coming back. Is that something you're noticing in the Indian market?
Absolutely. The wealth has grown so much. In fact, phenomenally, lots of Indians have either exited from their businesses, or you have had startups who become unicorns, and then sale of companies have happened. And the wealth has grown so much that everybody, every private bank, be it Indian or be it global, wants to participate in that rally. And thus, you have seen a lot of wealth management outfits locally which have mushroomed. There are Indian private banks and there are foreign banks who have also come back. Come back is not necessarily the right word. They were always there, but they're concentrating more on this. You see LGT in having a wealth management outfit in India. So some of these things have really become important for them because the wealth has seen a lot of growth. Also, one more point to be noted is one leg for Indian families is outside India. And be it students studying outside India, be it one business being operated out of Europe or US, and thus they need a foreign bank at points of time for managing their offshore wealth. And thus, many a times a foreign bank in India can take care of their requirements in India and also take care of their global requirements, which I think a lot of foreign banks have realized, and thus they're coming back to kind of tap this market and help Indian families manage their macro wealth.
So when we look at these extended families, several generations who eventually become the non-resident Indians as well, do you think a lot of these young people will come back now to India to participate in this boom, to become both clients and staff of the wealth managers?
You have seen a lot of business families who have the next generation outside India, and they are very clear about their priorities and their life interests, and they would rather stay outside India for various reasons like infrastructure, lifestyle, maybe managing businesses. They would rather enjoy the wealth that their generations have created by staying outside India. But there's another set of individuals who you think are wanting to come back to India and participate in this wealth creation rally because they are working employees. They're working in US, in UK. They've seen the kind of growth India has seen, and thus they want to work in India and get the best of both worlds. We've seen a lot of global Indian coming back to India in the technology space, in the banking and the financial services space, in the customer experience space, in the marketing space. We have seen that happen a lot, and I think it's going to go increase itself because of the sheer ability of India to pay and to demand the kind of right talent which is available offshore.
And how do the dynamics of succession planning of these families of global Indians you've been talking about, how do those dynamics differ from the rest of Asia?
So India peculiarly has exchange control regulations, and thus the ability to easily take away the wealth does not exist. In the scale of numbers, what a non-resident Indian can take out or can repatriate outside India after the death of a parent is $1 million as we speak, as per the regulations applicable today. Thus, it is extremely critical for Indian families and even for the inheritors to have a structured vehicle looking after their assets in India. Okay. Secondly, India has abolished estate duty way back in 1984-85. There have been talks in the last 1 decade of reintroduction of estate taxes. Now, in a situation where today there is no gift tax and no estate tax between family members, if the gift happens or if the inheritance is done, if that regime changes and we have a gift tax or an estate tax regime coming in, families in India want to plan for their wealth to ensure that they are not getting exposed to the exponential tax leakage which may happen at an eventuality of wealth transmission from one generation to the next generation. And thirdly, you see a lot of family businesses happening in India. you see a lot of second and the third and the fourth generation coming into the family businesses. And I think Indian families have realized, looking at the West, that if we want the family businesses to continue, it is important to plan in advance, to create the appropriate family values, have a family governance in place to ensure that the disputes are mitigated. There is a pure plan available of exits to family members from the businesses if they so desire. There is also a plan available to professionalize the family business if that's the desire of the third or the fourth or the fifth generation. And thus, increasingly it is becoming important to plan for all these eventualities, be it NRI children, be it estate taxes being reintroduced in India, be it the family business succession to create a legacy and a perpetuity, that appropriate structures are created well in advance and vehicles planned to take care of these situations.
Thank you very much, Gautami.
Thank you so much for having me here.